we're talking tonight about Jim's leg amputation. We're going to do a short video on what it feels like to lose your limb to this terrible disease called diabetes. So this is the way Jim's leg looks now. It happened about 5 years ago, and I'm just going to ask him a couple of questions on what that feels like or what it felt like. He's dealing with it today. He's dealt with the loss now about 5 years. So I'm just going to ask Jimmy some questions. So, Jimmy, thanks, babe. 5 years you've lost your leg. You ended up with a wound on it, and it very quickly turned black, and you had to lose your leg. So what did that feel like? Can you tell me in like real quick what it felt like when you knew you were going to lose your leg? What did it feel like?
It felt like I was losing one of the best friends of my life, because it takes away your balance. If it's not done properly, it's very painful. It hurts.
So you were very active in your younger years, and your job at Coca-Cola. Jim worked at Coke for 20 years, almost 20 years. Kept you very active. You also played lots of sports. You played hockey and baseball and played with the boys. We have 2 sons, and so very active physically, and loved to run. I remember him playing football and just loving it. So his legs were when he talks about it being his best friends, that's what he means, is that those beautiful legs carried him around, and he had very beautiful legs, very muscular and very strong legs for many years. And so when it came to the day that he was going to lose his leg to this terrible disease, it was a very sad day for us. And tell us about that surgery, Jimmy. Tell me about the surgery.
Surgery. The surgery actually went very well. I had a great doctor. It was afterwards where I started to have the trouble, because I wasn't used not to having both feet, and I fell quite a few times, and it was just it was a very traumatic thing, because having two pretty good sets of legs on me, or a set of
One set of legs, one very good set of legs.
you know, and so yeah, it was like losing I don't know, a quarter of your life, because when you have that happen and they amputate the leg, and the way my foot was is that the disease had worked itself almost right through my leg, but they felt that I only needed to take maybe a quarter and a half of my leg, instead of just taking it right up to the knee like most amputees have. They just cut right through the bone at the knee, and what you have is sort of a little flipper to walk around in with these great big heavy boots that I have, the prostheses, and they're
I'm going to show you the prostheses now that Jim has, that has created such a heartache in his life. It's a prosthesis that was made by a professional 5 years ago, and it's one of our hard things to deal with this disease, because it weighs about 6 pounds.
Is anyone using that bed one shot?